Applications of Trenchless Technologies in Horizontal Construction. Group members Mary Haythorne, Clay Ebersold, and Chris Harbin. Today we'll be discussing three methods of trenchless technologies. First, pipe bursting, followed by cured-in-place piping, and finally, pilot tube microtunneling before we draw some conclusions.
Pipe bursting is defined as the replacement of the host or the original pipe by fragmenting the existing conduit and installing the product or the new pipe in its place. There are three main methods utilized in the United States: static, pneumatic, and hydraulic expansion. These pictures show the differences between the bursting heads. The static method is achieved by pulling the pipe through the existing pipe by utilizing a cable, and the equipment is modeled after hydraulic jacks that are mounted horizontally. The pneumatic method is where a cable is inserted prior to bursting to maintain contact between the existing pipe and to guide the new pipe into place. A hammering force created by a compressed air system forces the bursting head through the existing pipe. Hydraulic expansion is where the bursting head expands radially to burst the existing pipe. The head then contracts and moves forward in small increments, and the process repeats. Advantages and disadvantages. The main advantage is that this method allows an increase in diameter and flow capabilities of the existing pipe. It costs less than open-cut methods, and the cost remains constant as depth increases. It also minimizes interference with the environment. Disadvantages are the time required for setup, safety associated with excavation, and possible damage to the new pipe.
Cured-in-place piping. Cured-in-place piping is a trenchless piping technique. The pipe is cured inside the existing pipe that needs replacement, and once the pipe cures, the material properties are similar to that of PVC. The piping is installed by attaching the uncured felt tube to one end of the existing pipe. The tube is pressurized and unrolls inside the existing pipe. Once the tube has expanded, the pipe is allowed to cure. This may take up to 30 hours, depending on its size. Cured-in-place piping is usually quicker than traditional pipe replacement. This is mainly due to the fact that a complete excavation is not needed to install the pipe. Unfortunately, the material needed for cured-in-place pipe is usually not kept in stock locally, so it has to be ordered. Also, cured-in-place pipe does not allow for an increase in pipe size.
Pilot tube microtunneling originated in Europe and Japan before finally coming to the United States in 1995. However, it was not widely utilized until after the new millennium. The figure on the right shows that it experienced its highest growth between the years of 2007 and 2008 and was the only trenchless technology that experienced growth during that time. It is mostly utilized by municipal governments and mostly for sanitary sewer systems and storm sewer systems. The way it works is two jacking and receiving pits are dug on either side. A steering head with a camera allows for the operator in the jacking pit to see what's going on at the head. A borehole is then dug, followed by auger casings that are installed. The auger casings follow a reaming head and are attached to the rear of it. The product pipe is finally installed, much in the same way that the auger casings are. The product pipe is always equal or lesser diameter than the auger casings and can be up to and above 48 inches. That is a three-step method. However, there is an alternative two-step method that some contractors prefer because it combines the second and third steps by using a special reaming head sized to the diameter of the product pipe. The advantages of pilot tube microtunneling, also called PTMT, are that it is highly accurate on grade line, down to the inch. It also leaves a small footprint, seeing that most pits are no larger than 10 feet in diameter. There's also a relatively small impact on surrounding operations, which can result in no lost time. However, the disadvantages include that specialized tools are needed for installation, such as a powered cutting head and a powered reaming head. There is a limited maximum diameter of the product pipe, which is relatively small when compared to other trenchless technologies. There's also a limited number of experienced pilot tube microtunneling contractors in the United States.
In conclusion, pipe bursting is the only method that can increase the pipe size from the existing and is meant as a full replacement method. Cured-in-place piping is mainly used for sanitary sewer and water distribution piping. It also minimizes the site disturbance and is relatively quick fix compared to the pipe bursting method. PTMT is an ideal choice for sanitary sewer and storm sewer applications. It works well in very confined spaces and is extremely accurate on grade. It is intended as a method for laying new pipe systems. This concludes our presentation. Thank you and goodbye.